Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome. You are watching the English news program of Somaliland National Television, and this is the news read by Badruddin Muhammad Hassan. Here are the main events making headlines. Landmine explosion takes place in Borough. Coordinator of Health Services takes a tour of supervision to Hargeisa suburbs. Morsi trial urgent in Cairo after Jantis struck proceedings. Heavy landmine explosion occurred in Togderi's capital city Borough, resulted in the death of an electrician. Heavy landmine explosion took place in Togderi's capital city of Borough, claiming the life of one person said to be working for an electric company and who usually smashed a vehicle belonging to one of Borough's main electrical companies. Eyewitnesses who abruptly came upon the accident expressed their feeling and confirmed that the explosion was caused by a landmine which went off on an electrical vehicle supplying electricity for under construction school. A month ago, the president of Somaliland laid the foundation stone of the establishment of this school. The people at the scene of the accident were astonished by the harrowing accident. Governor of Togderi, alongside with other regional officials, visited the scene and conveyed a message of condolences to families and loved ones of the person killed by the landmine accident. Political figures of U'id conveyed congratulations to the public over the beginning of the new year. Members of U'id opposition political party held a press conference in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, focusing on their hand-in-hand cooperation on national development and offering cooperation for the government, political parties and citizens collectively participate in taking Somaliland forward on its current path of progress. Chairman of U'id opposition political party Faisal Ali Warabe, alongside with U'id's presidential candidate Jamal Ali Hussein, an overwhelming number of notable political figures conveyed a message of congratulation to the public over the beginning of the new Islamic year. U'id's political party figures collectively prayed Allah for Somaliland and its citizens to reach next year with recognition, peace and good health. In the press conference, Chairman of U'id political party announced the appointment of 6 members of the political party for joining the executive committee of U'id political party. Morodi Jahis, coordinator of health services, took a tour of supervision to suburbs and districts of the capital city. Morodi Jahis, coordinator of health service, took a tour of supervision to the suburbs of the capital city. The coordinator supplied mosquito nets to people residing the area subsequent to malaria outbreak. The coordinator, speaking to Somaliland National TV, stated that their tour is one of assessment and further understanding the health condition that people in these villages are dealing with. Coordinator of health service for Morodija region, Sayyid Ismail Hassan, urged citizens and the government to take heed to the efforts of the Ministry of Health and cooperate with Ministry on further reducing a malaria outbreak by placing more focus on providing medical equipment to those residents living in the area. The court of Idaho convicted a man guilty of trafficking illicit ammunition. The regional court of Surar convicted a man guilty who caught with trafficking ammunition in Sararis Regional Court, Ainaba. The judge stated that police provided evidence and witness for apprehending the defendant with trafficking ammunition at night-time. The court imposed on the criminal with a fine amounting to the hundreds of thousands of Somaliland shilling pending to be paid within a short period of time. Court officials warned residents in Ainabo of engaging in trafficking ammunition and stated that anyone found in such deeds will be seen as culprit and will be put on trial. Meanwhile, Governor of Sarar region attended an event whereby cultural leaders of Sarar region brought attention of recent skirmishes to an end and announced that tensions were resolved as both tribes accepted damages. You are still watching the English news program of Somaliland National Television. the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news program. And now for the international headlines in detail. A judge in Cairo has adjourned the trial of deposed Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi along with 14 members of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Proceedings were delayed by 2 hours after Morsi refused to wear a prison uniform, part of his refusal to recognize the court. Once the hearing did get underway, the judge then had to hold the trial after chance by the defendants proved too disruptive to continue. Morsi is facing charge of inciting the killing of protesters outside the presidential palace as opposition to his rule spread earlier this year. Morsi replaced Hosni Mubarak as Egyptian president following a democratic election, but over the course of his 13-month rule, he fell into conflict with a number of key institutions. As discontent spread, the army stepped in and removed him from power in July. Since then, the interim government has cracked down on the Muslim Brotherhood and has arrested hundreds of its members. Cairo is on the edge, and many believe the trial will further deepen divisions within the country and lead to yet more instability and violence.
That is the end of the English news program. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Political figures, business people, caloric educational professionals and all the society conveyed media message of congratulations to the public of Somaliland over the beginning of the new Muslim year. Commemorations for the new year are taking place throughout the country, where people are expressing delight toward the new year's beginning, with prayers of continued peace and progress, and Somaliland obtaining its rightful recognition from the international community. Residents of the capital providing interviews for Somaliland National Television expressed delight toward the government's commitment and dedication to ensuring infrastructure development and offering employment opportunities to thousands of citizens. The residents conveyed a message of congratulations to the President of Somaliland, cabinet ministers and the political parties.